For nearly a year, something unthinkable was happening inside a quiet Oklahoma home, and no one stepped in. Not teachers. Not doctors. Not family. It wasn't until an 11-year-old gave birth at home that the truth could no longer stay hidden. This case isn't about rumors or speculation. It's about how a crime was uncovered, how evidence told the story adults failed to hear, and how a system designed to protect children completely broke down. What investigators would later discover shocked even seasoned professionals. The child lived with family members in Oklahoma. From the outside, nothing appeared obviously wrong. There were no emergency calls, no public warnings, no immediate intervention. Behind closed doors, however, a crime was unfolding over time, one that would only come to light under the most extreme circumstances. Late one night, the child gave birth at home. No hospital. No medical supervision. No prior report. That single event triggered a chain reaction that would expose what had been hidden. Emergency services were eventually contacted, and medical personnel quickly recognized that the situation was deeply abnormal. An 11-year-old giving birth is not just a medical emergency, it is an automatic red flag for criminal investigation. Authorities were notified. From that moment on, the case shifted from a medical crisis to a full-scale criminal investigation. Investigators had one immediate question: how did this happen without anyone noticing or reporting it? They began examining the household environment. The adults responsible for the child's care missed warning signs from institutions meant to protect minors, but speculation wasn't enough. This case required proof, and that proof would come from science. DNA testing was conducted to determine the identity of the biological father. The results were conclusive. According to investigators, the DNA matched someone living inside the home, someone who was supposed to be a protector, not a threat. The child's stepfather. With that confirmation, the case moved from suspicion to certainty. Law enforcement arrested the stepfather, who now faces severe felony charges related to the abuse of a minor. Prosecutors described the evidence as overwhelming. This was no longer a mystery. It was a documented crime. But as the legal process began, another question remained, one that continues to disturb the public. How does something like this happen without intervention? Investigators and child welfare experts began looking beyond the suspect and into the system itself. Questions raised include: were there missed medical visits? Were behavioral changes overlooked? Were mandated reporters ever alerted, and if so, did they act? Cases like this don't happen in isolation. They happen when warning signs go unrecognized or unreported. Experts say crimes against children often remain hidden because victims may not understand what's happening. Fear and manipulation silence. Disclosure abuse occurs in private, trusted spaces. That's what makes cases like this so dangerous and so difficult to uncover. Until something forces the truth into the open. The case has sent shockwaves through the local community and reignited conversations about child welfare oversight, mandatory reporting laws, accountability for caregivers. Prosecutors have emphasized that justice in this case isn't just about punishment, it's about preventing the next one. This story isn't about shock value. It's about failure, systemic, institutional, and personal. An 11-year-old should never be invisible. Warning signs should never be ignored. And crimes like this should never require tragedy to be exposed. If this case proves anything, it's that silence protects abusers and awareness saves lives. If you want more real cases examined through evidence, investigation, and accountability, subscribe to Crazy Crime Clips. Because the stories that make us uncomfortable are often the ones that matter most.